Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you to my subscribers and welcome to the newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel and help grow the channel. Also share, comment, like, and be part of this team, this family, creating these beautiful pieces that we are creating. I am going to create in round table runner. I'm not sure exactly what I will be doing. As usual, I go with the flow, and as I go with the flow, then I take it from there, and turns out to be something great. So I hope you're going to create it with me. I thank you so much for all your beautiful comments and all the support on the beautiful people on the groups that I'm involved in with the crochet groups. Thank you so much for following me throughout this journey and being part of it. Thank you so much, everybody. I also mentioned a few times on my last few videos that the next videos of these table runners that I would be creating in honor of my family members. So I'll be naming them after family members of mine that are very special to me, and they're far away and I miss them a lot. So I wanted to create something in their name and leave it for as long as it can be left on YouTube as a good memory of pieces of my art creation. So this one is going to be dedicated to my beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, amazing human being, sister-in-law, D, for Dolores. This is for you, hun. I'm not sure exactly at this point, still at the start, what I'm going to make out of it, but you did mention at one point that your favorite color was red and also blue. So because I am determined to create something in red, so I'm going to do yours in red, and who knows, maybe eventually in the future I'll do something in blue. So I hope you're going to enjoy this, and this is for you, Dee. I love you very much and miss you very much. Hopefully we'll get together sometime soon. And thank you for being you, the fantastic, tremendous woman that you are. So lots of hugs and lots of kisses to you, my dear, and I hope you enjoy this table runner. And we are going to get started, people. So thank you so much, everybody, again. Let's get ready. Let's start this. So the first thing we are going to do is turn and make that magic circle, and inside of this magic circle we are going to do 14 stitches. So very simple, not complicated. I'm going to try to make it as easy as I possibly can, especially for newcomers that are just starting this journey of crochet. I think it helps them to learn these simple stitches and then eventually have the technique and go into other stitches. So something very simple, and get them started to create something and not just get bored and do simple stitches all the time. So we're going to do 14 of them, and then we're going to lock it in on the third one over here, and then we're going to go up 3. Before I forget, because I got carried away on going on about my sister-in-law because I love her so much, this is size 4 yarn. This is Portuguese yarn. This is 100% cotton. These are sold here in Europe, but I'm sure you can yarn cotton thread. Sorry, I keep saying yarn, but it's thread. I'm sure you can find them at Hobby Lobbies, different colors and different sizes. So they're all size 4, and I'm using this thread, which is gorgeous, the white, the mixture of multicolored. I'm probably also going to use some yellow, and also the multicolored green. And that's what I plan to do, unless I change my mind throughout doing this pattern. Another thing I'd like to mention, always advance the video a bit to check up if I'm still proceeding with the same pattern, because sometimes I'm creating something and then I visualize something else as I'm going, and then I change my pattern automatically into something else. So I don't just focus on one idea. I start off with an idea, but I always finish up with a different result. So just make sure that you run through the video a little bit further to see if I've changed my mind on certain stitches or certain rows that I might add differently than what I was supposed to do with to begin with. Okay, just wanted to clear that. Needle size 3, and you'll need a pair of scissors. So basically we're gonna lock it in. I'm gonna bring this closer for you guys. I'm going to lock it in on the third place, and we're going to go up 3. 1, 2, and 3. We are going to go into the next loop, and we're going to do 2 inside of the same place. Next loop, 2 inside of the same place. So this row is 2 regular stitches inside of the same place. So if you had 14 here, you're going to have 28 up top. So we have the 28, we go up 3 again, and on the next loop, next one right next to it, we're going to do 1, and then we're going to do 2 on the same place. So we're adding stitches now. Next space we're doing 1, next space we're doing 2 together, next space we're doing 1, and next space 2 together on the same place. So we're going to do that all the way to the end, and we're going to lock it up on the third place and go up 3. Now as you can see, we are here at the end, which leaves us only 1 in here. Because we started with 1, we have to add another 1 to have those 2 together, and then we locked in like that. And go up 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. Go up the next space, and then the next space. So now we're going to leave 2 single stitches, and then on the third one we're doing 2 together. So we keep adding by. This one we did 2 together. This one we do only 1 single. This one 2 single. Next row 3 single. Next row 4 single. Next row 5 single. And this is how we add the stitches on together. So now we're going to do 2 single stitches, and then 2 on the same place. So 1, 2, 1 single, another 1 single, and then 2 on the same place. So you know that the next row will be 3 single instead of 2. On meet you up top, go up 3. So now we've locked in, we went up 3. Next space we did 1. Now we're doing 3 single. So it's very simple. 1, 2, and 3, and 2 together. So nothing to it. Very, very simple pattern. And I am going to continue mine. I don't know yet how many rows I am going to do. So check up on the video by advancing, and then you'll see how many rows I have done of this and what I'm changing on it. See in a bit. So you know that 1, 2, 3 single, 2 together, and then 1, 2, 3 single, and then 2 together. Okay, everybody, so I came to the row where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single, 2 together, and then again 6 single, and then 2 together. Okay, so Here's your 2 together, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single, and 2 together. And I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 row. Now, the 9th row, we go up 3, next space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So where you have your 7, you're going to do 1, 2, which that falls right on top of your double stitches of your little groups of 2 there. So it's the first one. So you're going to do 2. You're going to skip 1, and you're going to the next one. And you're going to be doing groups of 7 stitches, regular stitches, and skip 1. And then groups of 7, and then skip 1. All the way to the end on this row. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7. Now you do 2 separation, skip 1, go into the next one. And then do again your group of 7. We're going to do that all the way to the end. We're going to lock it up, and we are going to change to the green thread. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2 separation, skip 1, go into the next one. Okay, so very simple. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I've reached the end, and what happens is I'm like short, like 2 stitches for this count, but no issues, not a problem. I added 1 more to make my 7 group, and I will be giving my 2 stitch and just lock it in. So, you know, there's always ways to play around with pattern, and nothing changes. It stays the same, as you can see. So it gives me the exact total all the way around. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14 groups of 7. Now we're going to change thread, and we're going to go into the green. And basically you cut your thread and just go through the loops, because we're going to be working inside of them anyway. So it's going to be hidden. So it doesn't really matter how you're going to add it in here. Okay, move a little bit of this stuff around. Grab my green. And we're working with the multi-green. So we're going to turn once, we're going to lock this in, and we're going to grab, get you close up. You see where we have the space? We're going to grab in here where we have that space. We're going to lock it in, try to hide our thread, our yarn, whatever you're working with. We're going to go up 3, go back in the same place, and we're going to lock it up. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to go back in the same place, We're only going to take out once. And go back again, try to hide our thread here, if I can. Okay, and now take it all out. Okay, and you can pull on it too, because then we can cut it. Now, because we did 7 stitch, regular stitch, we're going to do 7 stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, this eventually on the next row, this is going to be hidden behind. If your stitch is very tight like mine, then give it 1 or 2 more. If it's too loose, then do only 6, don't do 7. Okay, because we don't want it, we want it to match up perfect. We don't want it to be stretched out, okay, since it's going to go behind. And we're going to go into the next one. So we are going in here. And we're going to leave it on. And we're going to take it out and take out everything. 1, 2, and 3. And again. 1, 2, and take out everything. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For some views, I'm going to give it an 8 because my stitch is very, very tight. So we're going to go in between the spaces where we have those little empty squares. You leave it on. Go back again. Take out once and take it all out. 1, 2, and 3. Go back in. Take out once. Go back in. And then take it all out. So you're going to end up with this looking like that. Okay? But in reality, when we are going to stitch the next row, we're going to stitch over this. So this is going to be hidden like that. Okay, it's going to go behind. So that's all you have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for some of you, or 6 for others. I'm doing 8 because my stitch is very tight. So again, take out only once, go back again, take another time, and all out. 1, 2, and 3. Back to the same place, take out once, take out once again, and you have 3 on your needle, and you take it all out. Okay? So I'll meet you at the end. So now we are going to cut the green, and we're going to start to do our little flowers, our little beauties. So we're going to hide this in between the loops here because we have the red that's going to cover it. So I'm going to get the multicolored red. You can grab any one of them. go in. You're going to lock it in, hide your thread, your yarn. You're going to give it one stitch, go back in, do a regular stitch, double turn, and we're going to do a long stitch, and then 1, 2, and 3. We're going to lock it in with a very small stitch. So double turn again. And why we're doing it like this, because I don't want too much of a space here. Regular stitch, one stitch, and lock it in. So here's your first beauty. Now the same stitches you give here, you're going to give it here. So I give 8. I'm going to do 8 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we're going to come into the next one. We're going to lock it in, give it 1 stitch. We're going to do a regular stitch. We're going to do a double turn. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 chain, come in here, and we're going to close it in at once. Double turn again. Very simple, nothing out of this world, and it looks really beautiful. Okay, so 2, 1 stitch, and lock it in. And this is what it's going to look like. Well, let me stitch a bit. Let me see better once I. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this row is going to be only the small flowers, as you can see. Now once we're going to stitch them, the white behind it, then it's really going to pop up. Okay, so we're going to do very simple. I'll meet you at the end. So now we're going to cut our yarn, and we're going to go back into the white so we can hide it where the red is, because we're going to have this hidden behind the white stitches that we are going to do. So you'd put it through the little loops back here on the red. Okay, so we grab our white again. And we are going to do, just give me a second. So we're going to do one. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So we're going to grab anyone for that matter. We're going to do a regular stitch here from the back. 1, 2. Okay. Now you would come, because we only have one in the back. Now we're going to grab this one, but through here. Okay, so you would put your flower back there. You'd come and grab Bring all your green and red back there, and we do a regular stitch. Next one, next one, and next one, and next one. So we're going to have 5 regular stitches, and then we are going to grab the last one, which is this one, from the back. So very simple, nothing to it, and it's going to stay like that. How pretty. Now in this space we are going to create one in the next one here. So it's one in the space. We're going to create one here in the first one. We're going to come to the front. We're going to grab it, pull the green and the red thread to the back, and do our first stitch here. And then do our 5 stitches again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's pretty much going to stay like that in the back, as you can see it. And then this, the last one here, we're going to grab it from the back. And wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I must have grabbed. So we're supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just check this quick, because sometimes by missing just one stitch, it's a problem. So we have the first one, and we did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think we needed to do. We need to do this one. I think I skipped one, and we needed to have one more left. Yeah, I skipped one. Okay, but no biggie. So let me see. If I keep my 5, then that means I will have to do, that's fine. We're going to do 2 through the back, which is what's supposed to be, because it's only 1 when you first started, but in reality it's 2 in the back. Okay, so we have 5 up front. We grabbed 1 here into, I hope I didn't grab it in the same place. I did grab it in the same place. Okay, that's why I have an extra on. Okay, I got this. I did grab it, so you have to be careful not to grab it on the same place like I did. Okay, so we have, and then we go 1 in the center and 1 over here, okay? And then we are coming to grab this one, the second one, through the front, and pull our yarn to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then just want to make sure that I grab the right one, because 4, 5. Okay. Then we go into the back. And we grab our stitch, whoops, from the back. So in reality, it is 2 from the back. So it's 2 because I have 8 stitches, right? 5 in the middle. Okay. Anyway, whatever way it works out, it doesn't really change much. So we continue. Now, as soon as we hit that first one there, we're going to come and grab the second one from the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th is going to be from the front, and the 7th one. That makes sense. Makes more sense this way because the 8th one is on there. So 1 plus 5, 6, 7, 8, which is the 8 stitches that I believe we've done. Let me see. Well, it looks confusing, doesn't it? But it's really not. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7. Why would I have 8? Give me 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't tell me I'm putting on the same stitch again. Yes, I am. Okay. Goodness, I have to be careful. So I've been stitching 2 on the same one because we have 7 stitches. So 5 here, 6 and 7 would be the total. So well, I don't know why I'm getting all confused. Okay, so we're going to grab our last stitch here. Like that. And then 1 in the center. And then 1 here. And then we're going to grab the second one from the front. It should go smooth now. I don't know why I was getting so confused. I create these things and then I get confused. How awesome is that? Okay, this has to go to the back. That's not good. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's go back here again and pull that thread to the back. Okay, would make more sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then your 6th one is grabbed from the back, which is the last one here, because your 7th one would be the one that we did here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the matchable way. Okay, people, so very simple, nothing to it. And look how gorgeous that looks. So I'll meet you at the end. So not confusing. We'll do one more time just to make sure that you're not confused. So we're going to do 1 in the middle of the square. Let me just bring that up. We're going to do 1 here on the first stitch. We're going to do here the 2nd stitch like that, and bring the other ones to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Your 6th one is going to be grabbed from the back. There. Then you go back again into your square and you do your 1 stitch. So Nothing to it. Took a little bit to get the hang of it, but we got this. We got this in the bag. So I'll meet you at the end, people. Okay, everybody. So on the last one here, we left off on the 8th. We added 2 on the same place. So this one we're going to do on the 9th stitch. We're going to add 2 on the same place. So 8 single and 2 together. So we're going to go up 1, 2, and 3. Next space we're going to do 1, next 2, 3 single, 4 single, 5 single, 6 single, 7 single, 8 single. On the 9th one, we're going to add 1. And then we start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 9th, we're going to add another one on the same place. So we'll be doing every 9 stitch. We'll add 2 together, so 8 single. Meet you on the next row. Okay, so I'm at the end, and as I came to the end after adding mine here, I only have 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need not we need to get to the 9th to add, right? So no issue. We come 1, 2. Let's go back to the second one after adding this last one, because we're at the end, people. So we have 2 on the same place. So we have 1, 2. I'm going to add another one in here. 3, 4. I'm going to add another one in here. So we can have a total of the 9. So we have what? Where was I? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to add another one. 7, 8 on the next space, and 9. So coming to the 9th, we add 1, right? So now we're going to have equal, pretty much the same everywhere, and it doesn't change anything. Okay, so now we have the same total all around, and we go up 1, 2, and 3, and now on your 10th place we're going to add 1. So we have 1, 2, because we never count the first one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single, and 2 on the 10th. 2 together. Then again, 9 single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on your 10th one, we're going to add another one together, like that. And I'll meet you on the next row. So the next row we're going to do on the 11th, 2 together, and probably the next row on the 12th, two together. So I'm going to continue mine and see how many more rows I'm going to do. You can advance the video to see until where I'm at. Okay, people, so on this row, we added on the 10th, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On your 10th one, we added. So every 10th, we add one. The next row, we're doing the same thing as we did here for the flower. We did the 7 and then the 7 stitch and then the space. That's what we're doing, right? So basically, I started off here and I counted 1, 2, 3, 4 because I wanted to give it more or less the middle. So it's every 9 stitch. We do 2 separation and we skip 1. So every 9 stitch, 2 separation, and we skip 1. And that gives us more or less on the middle because I want to create another flower on the middle here. So just show you. So we're right here in the middle. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That gives us more or less the middle. 2 separation, we skip 1. We're going to the next one. And we count 9 again. So you know that your next row is going to be the green leaves, the green, right? So 9, 2, 1 separation, and 9 more. And it's like that. So I'll meet you at the end. Just confirm how many rows we're at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the 13th row. Okay, people, so we're near the end of this one. And because this one I had started already with 4, so we know that there's going to be 1 here. But I will be having too many stitches. I won't have the 9. I'll have over, which 1 or 2 is not a problem. So what I'm going to do on this last one here to do the square, instead of skipping 1, I'm going to skip 2. Okay, which is no biggie. And then we have 4, 5, 6. I'm going to skip another one here. 7, 8, and we're going to do a 9 one here. And even if you do a 10 on this one, is not a problem either, because this is going to be hidden as long as we don't leave a big gap here at the end. So one of them is going to have the 10 instead of 9, which is no biggie. And you skip 1 here in the middle, which you can't see really, and you skip 2 here. Okay, so not a big issue at all. And then you can either put it aside. You don't have to cut it because we're going to have to work on it. Okay, everybody, so we're going to go back doing the green leaves, and we're going to do the same thing as we did here. So you'd come down on the middle part here. Very simple. It's exactly the same thing as we did the one underneath. 1, 2. and back in the same place and close it up, and then 1, 2, and 3, and back in the same place. Get you closer, and then we're going to lock up everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8, and this won't be enough. So because we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I'm going to do 10 because my stitch is tight, but some reuse are 9 or even 8 for the people that have the loose stitch, and the people that have the extreme tight. So you're going to do 10 depending upon your stitch. Okay, and take it out. 1, 2, and 3, and then back in the same place. So it's exactly the same thing as the bottom one. Nothing changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to grab it here again. Take out only once, and then take out twice. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do this all the way around. So it's going to stay exactly as we had with the other one. Don't forget that after we're doing our stitch overlapping over here, so this is going to go behind again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we finished with the yellow flowers, and we're going to continue now with the white. I just came over, I was over here, as you can see my stitch, and I jumped over to the first one so I can calculate this properly. We're going to do one inside here. Same thing as we did on the bottom, one here. And I'm going to do another one. So we're going to have 2 stitches out here like that. And now we're going to go inside from here and grab our stitch here, and then do our stitch inside 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let me see how many are left. So we're going to have the 2 left, exactly as I thought it would have been. So we're going to grab it from the front, from the back. So we're going to do 6 in the front and the other 2 in the back, like that. Let me see, how does it look? I want to make sure that the strings are not showing, because if it is showing, nope, it's showing too much, so I don't like it. So we're going to have to do just one. Okay, no issues. So we're going to continue doing the same thing as we did then. Only one here. We're going to grab it from the front so the flower can stay nice and put. We don't want strings showing in the front, so we have to work with the pattern. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. With that one we did there, in the back is 8, and then this one's going to go in the front, so it's 9. This one's going to go in the back, not the front, and 1 inside, and go to the next one. So we're having 7 up front. Okay, that looks more like it. Okay, so do yours. I'll do mine. And again, we did one here, right? Now we go and grab the next one from the front. We push the green and the yellow to the back. And we're going to do our stitch here. And then 7 total. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we grab the other one from the back. Much better. And of course we fix it. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we pretty much did the yellow. Now, it looks like it's curving up, as you can see, but it's not a problem because once we do the next stitch, it's all going to get straightened out because we're adding more stitches, right? So we're going to go up 1, 2, and 3. Next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, where did we leave off? Over here when we added. So here we have, let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We added 9. We add on the 10th. So now we're going to add on the 11th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. On the 11th, we're going to add another one on the same place. And then continue on the same thing. Stitch over stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And just add another one on the same place. So as you can see, it's starting to take shape, starting already to be flat and not turning like here. Okay, so let's continue this all the way around by adding 2 on the 11th stitch. Another trick I wanted to teach you is, for some of you that have a very loose stitch and you're doing your flower, and because it's so loose, or you're using a thicker thread or yarn, you don't want your flowers afterwards to be turning, because it can happen because of your stitch or because it's too thick. So a little trick is, once you hit whatever stitch behind the flower, you could always go back here where the pompon is. Well, it's a little bit difficult because my stitch is very tight, but what you would do is you would come back here, you'd grab the 2 loops back here, and you would just stitch in. So what's going to happen? It's going to stay in. It's not going to go anywhere. So that's a little trick for you, for the people that have a hard time with your stitches and your, I'll make sure I'm not grabbing the same one here. It's one way to keep your flower down so it's not going to be turning. Okay, so you can do that. Instead of leaving it loose, you can grab it from the little loop in the back and pin it down. Okay, so again, we have the same issue as we had on the previous one. We need to do 11, and obviously we're not going to have enough stitch because we got stolen from the bottom one. So wait, I did my 2 on the 11th here, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to add another one. 5, 6. I'm going to add another one. 7. Next one. 8. I'm going to add another one. 9. And then on my last one, 10. And one more. 11. And we're supposed to add an extra one, so I'm doing right next to where we started. So we're going to have the exact stitch all the way around, and it's starting to take more shape as you see. Okay, and now we're going to continue on our stitch. So now we're going to add on the 12, go up 3, next one 1, we start counting from the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. On the 12 one, we're going to add another one. So 2 on the same place on your 12 stitch. Continue until the end. Okay, everybody, so we've locked in. We went up 3, and we're going to do again the row with the square to do another row of flowers. So I'm not sure still at this point how many stitches before we get to the middle, but we're going to do more or less in the middle. So I'll check with the next to see, because this one I just started there. So we're going to see more or less the middle where it is. So I would say it would be around here. Okay, so I'm not going to count it from here yet. I'm going to count it right after we do the square. So it would be more or less here, and you can see. So 2 separations, skip 1, go to the next one. So I'm going to count it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that looks about the middle, more or less. So I think I'm gonna take down leaf 10, let's say, because then we skip 1. So I want it to be in the middle. 1, 2, go skip 1, go here, and let's see. No. So I'm going to do 11. And this is how it is. You test it out and you see more or less for you how it works out, because each stitch is different. So whatever works best that you see, it's more or less in the middle. It's not specifically that you need exactly the stitches. So I would say there. So for me, 11, more or less. Doesn't mean that it's going to be 11 here. It could be 10, it could be 12, depending upon the stitch. So we're going to do that. We're going to hit the middle, do the square, skip one. We're going to do that all the way to the end. Okay, you guys, so I pretty much did my squares. Okay. Now some have 12, some have 11, and I have some even at 13. It doesn't matter. As long as you can center it more or less, that's okay. It's not going to change anything on the... Oh, I'm going to leave the white on. And we're going to start with the green. So we go back to the green and we go back to doing the leaves again. So nothing complicated. Just the same thing all over again. Go in the middle, lock it in, 1, 2, same place, and close it, 1, 2, and 3, and then again. Now, we have to give more or less the same stitches we had, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, I believe, because we did on the 12, we added. So you just see more or less. I'm going to give 13. And if I have to add more, then I'll add more. You see more or less what is happening. Oh, goodness. Okay. We don't want it to be pulling too much, right? So I think I should be okay. 1, 2, and 3. And we'll just see what happens here. Because we don't want it to pull too much, that's for sure. So that's going to lie that way, and the other one the other way. So I'm giving 13, but if we need to give 14 stitch, then we're going to give 14 stitch. It doesn't really matter as long as it's not like pulling too much. I think my 13 should be fine. I'm going to do another one just to make sure and take it from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, so 13 is fine. Don't tighten it too much. Some of you will be 12, some of you will be 14. Go with the flow. Don't stress too much about it, and you should be just fine with it. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so the green is all done. We're going to go back to the same thing now with the red. And you already know how to do the flowers, so it's just repeatedly the same thing, nothing special. and 2 turns, and 1, 2, 3. I'm using the straight red, so not the multicolored red. It's always harder to get the first one in, for me anyway. Oops. 2 turns. And then regular stitch, 1 stitch, and lock it in. So we're just going to repeat the same thing all the way around and do your chain the same amount as you did on here to go to the next flower. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we're pretty much finished doing the red. And now I'm going to walk through it to go behind that flower, because I don't know how many stitch we're gonna add on the 13th stitch. So I'm gonna go all the way to the end here, like we usually do, that one single one at the end. Okay, so I walk through it from the middle. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 2 this time inside of the square. And so I'm going to start counting 1, 2, 3. We don't count this one. 4, 5. What am I doing? I'm losing my mind. Okay, so 2 inside, 2 inside, and 1 at the beginning, like we used to do on the other ones. So 2 inside, 1 at the beginning, and now we are going to grab from the inside here. I want to make sure that I'm grabbing the right one. Okay, push your green and red to the back. So we have 2. So this is 1 inside, right? Let's count this 1 inside. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10. Because don't forget, some we have 11 stitch on the red or the green, some we have 12 or 13. But we're going to try to do exactly the same stitch in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 stitch in there. I'm going to grab it from back here. So that would be 11 plus the one here. How many stitches altogether? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 14 stitches. Some will have 13, some will have 14. So don't worry about it. As long as we have the 2 inside of the squares and 10 up front, we're good. So 1, 2, and then here, and then we're gonna go and grab it from here like that. Pull your thread to the front and bring your green and red to the back. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have 10, and now we do our 11th back here, like that, so I can lock in the flower. And then 2 inside of the square, and then continue on our stitch. Okay, so that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so 10 up front. Now, because we have done this one, a few stitch more, a few stitch less, because we were trying to center our flowers. Some have 13, some have 12, some have 10. That's why, you know, you won't have the right amount, the right count on the bottom. But this is where we come in and we fix the right amount, the right count, because we put 10 here and we put one behind to tie up, you know, this loose end, and one at the beginning. So that would be 12 automatically. Even if you have 13 stitch here, it doesn't matter, or 14, it doesn't change nothing, like in my case. So I had 13 in the bottom one, and what did I do? I tied it back here once, and I skipped one. We don't need that, and it's hidden behind the flower, who cares? And we put the 2 inside the square. So we're going to have the right amount all the way around, no matter what, because it's always 10 up front, 2 inside of here. So if we have to skip 1 or 2 in the back, we do it, but we have to have one right after the 10th one here, so we can tie in the flower exactly the same way and not shown the green or the red chain stitch in the back. Okay, so again, we're just going to do the regular thing, do the 2 inside, and proceed with your first one there, and then automatically we're going to do the inside one here, right? And then we proceed with the same way. So again, by doing 10 here, which I'm sure I'm going to have more again, we're going to skip it back here. So it really doesn't matter. As long as you tie in after your 10 in the front, you need to tie in 1 here. Either it's here or here. It, you know, you're going to skip it. So who cares? Okay, that's just another little trick for you, just so you know. Okay, you guys, so we pretty much finished doing the red. Going to go back into the white, and we're going to do, I think it's on the 14th one, we're going to add a stitch. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and on your 14th, we're going to add 2 together. Okay, so we'll do this row on the 14, 2 together, and the next row on the 15, 2 together. So I'll meet you at the end of the 15 stitches. Okay, that means row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're starting the 19th row. Then we have the 20th row, which is going to be the 15th stitch, 2 together. And then, now you got me confused. How many rows? Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. So I'll meet you at the end of the 21 row. Okay, we're on 19. We're going to do the 20. And I'll meet you at the 21. So here is on the 14, we add one. On the 15, we're going to add one. I'll meet you at the end of the 20th, beginning of the 21, okay? Okay, everybody, so we finished doing all the white. We're going to continue on the white because we're almost at the end now. So since we did on the 14th an extend, 2 on the same one, now we're going to do 15 and extend on the 15th one. Okay, so this is going to be row 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Whoa, row 20, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we're starting row 20. So we're going to go up 3. And on your 15th stitch, you're going to add one more inside of the same one. Okay? So on your 15th stitch, so I did 15 stitches, and I'm going to add one more inside of the same one. So we're going to continue on 15 and then add one more on your 15th. Okay, you guys, so we finished row 20. We are going to go to row 21, and I believe this is going to be the last row of the white stitches, and then we're going to go into the flowering. This row, we are going to extend it on the 16th. We'll put 2 inside the same one. On the 16th, whoops, I'm off camera completely. We're going to do 16 stitches, and we're going to put 2 on the 16th stitches. So we've done 16, and we're going to put one more inside of here, like that. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I finished doing the, what is it, 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we finished doing the 21 where we added on the 16th place. This last row, I'm going to do one more white. This last row, row 22, we don't add any stitch. We're just going to do a single stitch over stitch. Okay, row 22, just stitch over stitch. We're not adding any stitch. I'll meet you at the end. We're going to cut the thread and we're going to proceed with the flowers. Okay, you guys, so now we finished our 22nd row. Let me just confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22. So now we're going to start with the green. And you can pretty much start anywhere you like. So this is going to be very simple. We're going to lock it in. Get you a little bit closer. And hide our thread already. We're going to go up 1, 2. We're going to do one more inside of here. And 1, 2. And we're going to skip one. We're going to go into the next one. 1, 2, and again 1, 2, skip 1, going to the next one. So this whole row is going to be like that. Okay. 1, 2, skip 1, going to the next one. 1, 2, very simple, nothing to it, like that. So we're going to do this whole row like that, and then we cut the yarn or the thread, whatever you're using. Okay, you guys, so we finished making all these little loops to get them set up for the flower. You're going to turn your work on the wrong side. The opposite, this would be the right side would be this. So you're going to turn it on the back side. And what you're going to do is you're going to come inside of any loop. You're going to tie it in. Try to hide your thread, your yarn. You're going to go up once. You're going to turn. You're going to come in, and you're going to do 4 stitches, 4 regular stitches. Three, 4, 1 stitch, and you come back down. Oops. And then you'd go to the next space, 1 stitch, 1 up, 4 stitches again. So we're going to do a total of 6 of them all together. So we're going to have 6 flowers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 stitch, and lock it in. So do your 6, and we'll be back. So we've done our 6 petals here, our 6 flower petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, you'd come here on your first one, and you'd lock it in so it can stay faced the up way, the up straight. You see? Now, we're going to go to the next space. Well, actually, 1 stitch separation. Go to the next space. Do 1 going up. Do your 4 stitches. One stitch, lock it in, and we're going to do 1 more here. So we're going to have 2 single petals loose. So we can have like a separation between the flowers and some petals, let's say growing, falling. Use your imagination. And lock it in. Okay, so these 2 are going to stay on the back side, on the front, but it doesn't matter because the flowers hides it anyway, and it's not like you can really tell. A big difference with 2, you can tell more is with the 6. Okay, so we continue on again, making the 6 petals, and this is it. That's all you have to do all the way around. If you get stuck, rewind the video a bit and just follow through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, have too much. Give your stitch, lock it in, and go to your next one. So we're going to do, whoops, 1 stitch, do the 4 in here, 2, 3, and 4. So it's 6 petals all together. The 1 stitch, lock it in. Next one. 2, 3, and 4. 1 stitch, lock it in, next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the last one, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I hope everybody enjoyed this tutorial. It was a pleasurable one to make and was not complicated at all. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make sure. So you leave 2 out. 2, 3, 4. So whoops, what did I do here? Hold on. 2, 3, and 4. So that means I have 2 more. I have to be careful because it can get confusing because of the 2 single ones there. So it becomes a really beautiful pattern. I hope everybody enjoys it. I hope D, I hope you like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to your next one. This is in honor of my sister-in-law, Dolores, which we call her D. She's very special to me. And this is in honor of her name, of her. So, have something to remember me by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 1 more. I think I have my 6 done. Okay, so we're gonna leave 2 out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your 6th one, you grab it from here, turn it to the front, grab it here, lock it in, give it 1 stitch, and go to your next one and do your 2 single ones. So just to give you an idea. This is what they're going to look like once it's all straightened out. I think it's gorgeous. And it leaves the 2 petals over there, which is beautiful. 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay. So thank you everybody for joining me to do this beautiful centerpiece. Now, you could always do 2 small ones and attach it on each side of this big one. You just have to cut down rows. Do exactly the same thing as we did, same stitches, but instead of doing 22, let's say you do 11, you do half of the rows. Instead of doing 3 rows of flowers on here on the pattern, do 2, or do 1, your choice. So very simple. I'm still debating what I'm going to do, if I'm going to do the 2 side little ones. If I do, I'll post up the video. If not, then I'll leave it as is. So thank you so much, everybody, again. I'm going to have the reveal shot now at the end once I'm finished with the flowers and the little video. And please don't forget to share, like, comment. For the newcomers, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps grow the channel. And to my beautiful sister-in-law, Dolores D., I hope you enjoy this beautiful centerpiece. And I miss you very much. I love you very much. Can't wait to see you. And hopefully we'll get together sometime soon. God bless everybody. Please stay safe. Until next time. Bye-bye.